Welcome. Today I will be summarizing, paraphrasing, and sharing for the October 11th readings of Courage to Change and a Little Time for Myself. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I'll begin with a little time for myself. Itchy nose. Excuse me. Excuse me. Here comes another one. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to take a moment to read to myself. The question of the day today is, what Al-Anon principles help me welcome others to the program? And the reading starts out by a person who attended their first Al-Anon meeting and was concerned with their sexual orientation. She was a lesbian, and she was concerned if she would be accepted and welcomed. And she was. And the slogan, "Principles Above Personalities," is what is mentioned in this reading. She found that she was not judged, and in addition to that, she attended meetings elsewhere in other states, and she was also welcomed warmly to each one. And it's saying that the importance of placing principles above personalities has to do with maintaining a safe and welcoming space for anyone who wants to attend Al-Anon. And then how important the steps, tradition, and concepts of service are to ensure that everyone feels accepted, welcome, and safe. Excuse me. So what Al-Anon principles help me welcome others to the program? Sorry. I'm not sick. I'm not sick at all. Allergies. So I would say definitely principles above personalities, and I would also say take what you like and leave the rest. So that really helps me. That helps me a lot. I remind myself of take what I like and leave the rest in all kinds of situations daily. And also to give things to my higher power. Sometimes, I don't think I'm going to make it. I think I have to blow my nose. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Pardon me. Much better. Sorry about that. I know that I enjoy feeling welcome and accepted and not judged. Therefore, I try to help everyone else feel the same way, accepted, welcomed, and safe coming into the program. And I would say those are the biggest things that help me to welcome others to the program. Compassion, love, not being in control, like accepting that I'm not in control and giving things that I'm not in control of to my higher power. How about you? What Al-Anon principles help you welcome others to the program? Another great reading. We'll move on to Courage to Change, October 11th. It's so amazing how far we're getting through the book. Like, there's only this much left in the calendar year. Okay, I'm going to read October 11th. So this page to me is about easy does it. It's about not overanalyzing. It's about acting as if. We say in Al-Anon a lot, just act as if, and eventually when you keep acting as if, you'll catch on and you'll really believe it after a while. So when I say act as if, I specifically mean believing in a power greater than ourselves. So overanalyzing Al-Anon in this specific page, this person is saying when they first came to Al-Anon, they overanalyzed how it works, when they could expect their qualifier. They don't use that word in this book, but would have a spiritual awakening, when things would get better. They wanted answers. But what they found was that none of these questions really mattered when it came to their own recovery. What really helped was going to Al-Anon meetings, reading, and working the steps and traditions. And eventually, with consistency, they started living the principles of Al-Anon in everyday situations, and things started to get better. So in today's reminder, it's asking the question, when we analyze, are we trying to control something that we can't control? Are we avoiding work just to keep our minds busy with something other than what will really help us? So it's saying the best course of action is the first step, which is we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. And I always say it's substances, it's all substances. It's not just alcohol. Alcohol is a substance. I love this quote, so I'm gonna actually quote it. It's from Soren Kierkegaard. And it says, life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. That's the other term that isn't really an Al-Anon term, but hindsight is 2020 vision, because when we look back, we obviously we have the benefit of seeing everything that's happened since, and then we can say, oh, well, if I had known this, then I wouldn't have done this. But at the time, we just do the best with what we've got. And doing that is really all we can do. All I have control over is my thoughts and my actions. And I'm not saying feelings, because I feel like feelings come from my thoughts. So if I work on my thoughts, then my feelings will be better. But I could say thoughts, feelings, and uh, actions. That's the only thing I have control over. Only my own, nobody else's. We have, I don't know why I'm thinking of this. Well, probably because I just came inside. I was outside at me and my partner were at our friend's boat, and it is a glorious autumn day. It was forecast to be cloudy and cool, and miraculously the sun came out, and it it was just a magnificent afternoon. So I have no control over that. But it worked out fantastically. So that's courage to change. We'll close out with a serenity prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Sometimes when I'm breathing, my mind goes far, far away, and that's what happened. And I realized I was breathing really loudly. I don't know if you could hear that or not. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.